amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much and remain blessed.
Welcome back, everyone. They were angered by the action of the Senate President. All the lawmakers, most of them elected on the platform of the other political parties other than the APC on the floor of the Senate, took turns to walk out of the legislative chamber while the plenary was ongoing. But some APC lawmakers appear to also be supporting the move. Let's get to know what exactly was behind the minds of the lawmakers when they took that decision. I'm being joined by a former minority leader of the Senate, Senator Enyinnaya Abaribe. Thank you so much, Senator, for joining us tonight.
My pleasure.
I'd like you to first and foremost react to some of the things that Mr. Femi Adesina said regarding the move by you and your colleagues today.
There are so many things he said. I don't know which one.
He says braggadocio. If you are taking the move, is it because it is now close to home that you are now decided to make that decision? I mean, all these are happening now because some of these security threats are nearing Abuja, where you live, and that's why you're making that decision.
So I think that sometimes I go by what the former governor of Lagos State, Babatunde Fashola, used to say. He would call it my takeaways. My takeaway from the interview is the last part when you asked him, the presidential spokesman, after 7.5 years, would you say that you have done something in those three areas that you mentioned: security, economy, and so forth? And of course, what did you hear? Oh, the president is going to call another security meeting tomorrow. Look, we're in dire straits. It's not because it's coming home. It is because we pointed this out. We pointed it out since 2016. I'm sorry.
Sorry about that.
Since 2016, 2017, shall you remember that I was the first person on the floor of the Senate to point out and say, if Mr. President is not up to the task, it's about time he steps aside. 2017. We are now 5 years down the road. At that time, it was just a creeping movement, starting from the northeast to go to the northwest, to come to the north central, to go to the southwest, to go to the southeast, and now surrounding Abuja. So if you say it's because of today, then it's not true.
Can you make true to your threat? Do you have the numbers to threaten President Muhammadu Buhari, whose party has the majority on the floor of the Senate? Can you get a concurrence from your colleagues in the Green Chamber? Because in terms of numbers, politically, some people will say it's totally impossible.
I think that some people also sat in Abuja and said, it is impossible for these insurgents to move from the northeast. Where are we today? It's very wrong for anybody to say you don't have the numbers. That's not true. Most of the APC senators are with us. And at the point at which this starts, that is when Nigerians will know that almost every senator is fed up and can no longer continue to see a situation that looks like what happened in the time of Rome, Nero fiddling while Rome is burning. This is exactly what is going on today.
The question is, why do you want to impeach a president whose time is almost over?
That is the point. Do we wait until this administration crashes the country, or do we take action to prevent it?
Is the threat of impeachment a way to resolve the problem?
The Senate and the National Assembly has a lot of things they could do, have been doing it. And since the last Senate to this present Senate, have been doing almost everything that is necessary, including giving this administration everything that they have asked for. And it is because we have been giving this administration everything they have asked for that the Senate has the tag of a compliant Senate. There's no amount of names that we have not been called. Everything in an effort not to be seen, for somebody to say that we are impeding anything that this administration wants. But the bottom line today that we have reached is that we are in a state of sheer incompetence. There's no other way you can mention it. No other way you can dice it and slice it. No other way you can.
Is it that the president needed to do some other things and he's not willing to do it? I mean, when you say incompetence, is that a fair statement to judge the president who has said that he's doing his best to resolve in fact, he's going to have another security meeting tomorrow.
That is what we're saying. How many security meetings have we had? Every time something happens, you gather all of them and say you're going to have another security meeting. Nothing comes out of it. It gets worse. So the point now is asking the rest of us to just fold our hands in order for this administration to derail this country. I don't think it's in anybody's interest. And we are talking from the point of view that we have seen that they can no longer do anything. How could a president, after what happened in Kuje, go there, let the whole world know, oh, something is wrong? What has happened? What has happened since then?
What do you suppose that the president should have done? I mean, if you say that things are deteriorating, things are getting bad security-wise, is there one thing that you have in mind? Because if you impeach the president, if you have the powers to do that, then someone gets into office. Someone from the APC, possibly, I mean, most definitely. The question is there something that you hope that the president could have done that is not doing?
Just one thing. The buck stops on your table. You are the commander-in-chief. A major matter like Kuje happens. No head rolls. Everybody folds their hand and continues going. I was just looking at you when you were discussing and asking the spokesman to the president, what will happen? I think you mentioned it rhetorically. That the minister has been given 2 weeks to resolve the ASU issue and all that. If nobody's fired for doing anything, for not doing anything, why do you think anybody would try or bother himself?
Do you have
the reason why you are president? Listen, during the Second World War, one of the best commanders in the United States was fired by the president at that time during the war. And if nobody, look, you have to do things to show that you care about what is going on. The impression is being created very, very ominously that there is some method to this madness, that there is some collusion going on, that people are being left to just do what they want in Nigeria. And if you go on the street of Nigeria, you will get that impression. And if you're in charge, you need to do something to disabuse our minds. But nothing is being done, giving rise to everybody speculating. Who knows what is going on? Who knows whether these people just want to come, take over the country? There is nothing that you can see.
Senator?
Yes.
Mr. Adeshina has asked a question that you're just a minority. At best, your voices will be heard, but you do not have the say. I mean, you might have your say, or you might not have your way. Is this a mere threat that carries no weight?
Well, unfortunately, Mr. Adeshina is not a member of the National Assembly and doesn't know how things go within the National Assembly. It may start with one person, it may start with two, and it becomes something that is just rolling and gathering a lot of moss. And so we will now see what will happen, because, like I said, what happened today, you could see it. I can tell you for free, nobody sat and planned that there was going to be a walkout. Nobody. People just got exasperated. The reason why they got exasperated was the cavalier manner that the matter was being treated by the Senate president. And everybody said, does it mean that you don't also take this thing seriously?
So it's the anger against the Senate president. So
no, I didn't say it's the anger. I said the manner in which manner.
Okay, so the question here,
and I'm using my words very carefully.
Yeah. Senator Abaribe,
yes.
If you succeed in impeaching President Buhari, what next?
Then the person who takes over will know that his job is also on the line. Then any other president that comes will also know that his job can also be on the line, and you do your work. The reason why you came out and running for an office as strong as the president is because you told us and you gave us your assurance that you can do the job. If you can do the job, then, like the people say, you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Senator Abaribe, perhaps we anchor on this note. The question is, why an impeachment move is coming at this time is attributed now, seen by the ruling party as simply political. Because it's coming at the time that an election is coming.
Okay, let me also respond to you by using the words of Governor El-Rufai, who, when he was also confronted at the time that APC was not in government, and said, you were trying to politicize it. So he said, oh, solve the problem, then you remove the politics. So I'm telling APC, solve the problem, and then you remove the politics. Because I can't stay there, I'm representing the people of Abia South, and everything is going bad, and you're telling me to stay here and engage in regime protection. Why should I do that? Is that not what they sent me here for? They didn't send me to say, let the president be in office. No, they sent me to put heat on the president. That is why we are here. A minority is supposed to put heat on him when he is not doing his job. If he's doing his job, we clap for him.
All right. Senator Abaribe, former Senate Minority Leader, thank you so much indeed for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Thank you so much. Well, and that's our show for tonight, everyone. Whatever you are doing, please keep safe. I'm sure I'll come out later. Bye for now.
Thank you so much for your patience to watch from the beginning to the end. I hope you have learned something from the video you have just watched. The video you have just watched is to bring information to your doorstep and for educational purpose. It is not to demonize anybody. Let us watch continuously and see who can be able to make a sense out of every nonsense we are seeing. We must continue. We move. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra is here. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you and remain blessed. Bye-bye. See you again.